Hello, friends. Today, I just thought about making a video again on relevance of English language. So, if you remember, I had posted my very first video. In fact, not the first one, but the first video in recent times that was about the importance of communication skills in English. And today, I just thought about making another video on relevance of English language and of course related to the communication skills again. And this is mainly primarily aimed at students belonging to the engineering courses. Okay, the engineering students, in fact. So why all of a sudden I felt the need of making this video, and that video which I posted around a fortnight back. This is because it's really very important for us that we need to know how to express our ideas very clearly in English language. Now, you know that we have been speaking in English, or rather, we have been using English language in our curriculum because that has been the medium of our curriculum, our subject for most of us. Some of us have studied in local languages, some have studied in their mother tongue. Now, when it comes to professional courses like engineering, now we know that we need to appear for jobs, and then we need to attend interviews, and there we need to speak in English language. It doesn't look really good if we use some words from our local language or our mother tongue. We are expected to speak in pure English, which doesn't have words from any other language. Now, it doesn't really look good if we try thinking about the importance of English language when we are in our final year of engineering. Now, for some of us, because we might have studied in a language other than English, I mean, we have used, say, Telugu medium or Urdu medium learn our subjects, then we have not been really in great touch with English language, and then we find it difficult when it comes to communicating with others. Now, even about those who have studied in English medium, so it has been mostly a rote type or memorization of answers, which we have simply done before the exams, and then we just are able to write down in the examination because of the thing that due to memorization, the concepts, the answers are very much fresh in our mind, and we write it down. But as soon as we are out of the examination hall, we don't really retain much of what we had written, and that's because we don't really understand much. Now, here, one important point that we need to look after is when we realize the importance of this language, we start taking it seriously. So, somehow, in our education system, uh, English has been more treated as a foreign language. Of course, it has been a foreign language. Now, it was introduced in India during the British rule, and today it has taken the form of official language. Sometimes it has been given more importance than even our national language. I'm in no way trying to demean or underestimate the value of other languages, but the reason why I stress upon in communication in English is because this is helping us in our professional growth, where we are looking for jobs, and where we want to work in multinational companies. So particularly, it's very important for those students who would like to make a career in the IT industry with the different MNCs. Now, how to go about learning this language? First of all, if we have studied in English medium, we are mostly aware of most of the basic words. Now, first thing that we need to do is start speaking in English with our friends. So we have this initial hesitation, but we need to overcome that because we are aware that the other person who is listening to us himself is also not the best. So we can cope up, we can speak with whatever knowledge that we have. and we would certainly make mistakes when it comes to the basic grammar. Now, for that, you see, we may have to look at books of lower classes where we could learn grammar. Maybe English books of our primary grade, maybe from fourth onwards, fourth class onwards. Then we learn about the basics like the articles, verbs, tenses, and then so on. Okay, these are the basic things. Now, at least when we start speaking, we have taken the first step towards learning language. And when we are simultaneously studying from the grammar textbooks, we also get to know where we are making mistakes when constructing the sentences. So that's the first point. And then you see, it's always it's always worthy to spend at least 10 to 15 minutes on a daily basis. Have a friend with whom you can speak in English on a regular basis. Okay, so a lot, at least 15 minutes, to be precise. Then, okay, you could also take out time from your busy schedule, make a call to your friend, and then you may have both scripts ready with you. You might take scripts from some popular books like Rapidex English Speaking Course, or you might have some transcripts or conversations over the internet. So you could pick up partners. You could just pick up roles for yourself, and you could speak over phone. So that will help you in developing even the telephone etiquettes. So that could be the first point, or that could be the first step in this journey towards being more comfortable with English language. Secondly, you could also be spending time reading English newspapers. So you have got best newspapers like the Hindu or the Times of India. I've always felt that the quality of language in the Hindu newspaper is far excellent. So you can on a daily basis spend at least 5 to 10 minutes, not only just reading the headlines, but if there is any news which seems to interest you, you could go into the details. You could you could read it. Okay, and then you do come across some new words. You could try searching their meanings in dictionary. Okay, try to incorporate those words in your daily language, or in your writing. Okay, so when you actually get comfortable with this language, it also becomes easy for you to express your answers in the examination, in fact. Okay, at least so you have two steps in front of you. Firstly, you could read grammar books. You could have a partner with whom you could spend at least 15 to 20 minutes speaking in pure English. Okay, you could read newspapers on a daily basis. And of course, it's not important that you read the complete newspaper. It's just that one or two pieces of news which might really interest you. So go into details of that. Then yeah, another thing that you can do is, because you are having a lot of access to mobile phone, you could subscribe to some of the news channels. And you could again spend some time listening to the news channels, where again you get exposed to a very good degree of English language. In fact, the best content, or the best skills can come up by listening to news channels, because they employ a very good level of English language. Okay, so these are some of the preliminary steps that you can go for a start. And over a period of time, then you could delve into some other areas. Okay, which will make you still more comfortable. So try to first realize this importance, and go ahead in this direction of having a good mastery of English language. And over a period of time, you'll see that you find a change in your confidence, and you feel more confidence in attending interview when you get into the final year, and look hunt for jobs. Okay, and believe me guys, when you step outside your college, and you go to different job portals, job mailers, then you find competition with thousand others. They could be good in English, or they could not be as good, but you will always have that extra edge over others. Okay, we the industry or the companies are always looking out for those candidates, who are comfortable with this language, because this is where, it becomes easy when you step into profession. Okay, I have been someone who has worked across different streams. I started out as a site engineer, then I worked into a call center, non-voice based, initially voice based, and then non-voice based, and then again I was for some time as working as a site engineer, and finally after some more time, I found my passion in teaching. Okay, and over all these years, it has been a plus point that I could be somewhat good at English, if not the best, and I really faced competition. You see, guys, if you compare your standards with those who have studied at, schools having international curriculum like IB or IGCSE, some of the famous schools like Glendale Public School or British Cotton Public School, or many others to name. Okay, the quality of language, the quality of curriculum is such that, even students belonging to classes as low as fifth or sixth grade can speak very fluent and flawless English language, and we are nowhere in comparison to them. Okay, so take this, utilize the golden opportunity. You may have 2 years in hand, and even if you start now, considering that you are in second year or third year, so if you have time, something like 2 years, I think it's still worthy amount of time. You can do a great. You can do a lot. Okay, see, no one is perfect, because it's a foreign language after all. But still, with some efforts and consistency, you can definitely have, some sort of mastery over this. Okay, and mastery comes the moment you realize that you are able to express your opinion spontaneously. If you think that you can speak on any random topic given to you, where you don't have time for preparation, and if you are able to speak at least for 5 minutes, that's the point where you can say that you have some command. Okay, and it is a journey. Okay, because language is something which can't be, practiced, or which can't be mastered overnight. It takes time. Okay, maybe like at no point, I don't think at any point we can say that we are experts, but at least we can be somewhat good. So I would be signing on this point. Just, make sure that you follow these three tips for the start. That is, spend 15 minutes talking to your friend in pure English language, reading English newspaper. Okay, setting some time, watching English news channels, and then also reading grammar books which can help you. Okay, that's all for today. That's all for now. Okay, have a good day. Okay, and sleep peacefully.